Hello and welcome to 6 Minutes English. I'm Nell and I'm Rob. You look tired, Rob. Well, I didn't sleep well last night. I was tossing and turning all right, but I couldn't get to sleep. Well, that's coincidence. As our topic today is insomnia, the condition some people suffer from when they find it difficult to get to sleep when they go to the bed. Thankfully, I don't really have insomnia, but every now and again, I find it difficult to get to sleep. Well, keep listening, and we might have some advice to help with that. But first, a question. What is the record for the longest a human has gone without sleep? Is it 8, about 7 days, B, about 9 days, or C, about 11 days? What do you think, Rob? All of those seem impossible, so I have got to go with the shortest, about 7 days. Well, if you can stay awake long enough, I'll let you know at the end of the program. Dr. Michael Greiner is an expert in all things to do with sleep. He was interviewed recently on the BBC radio program Business Daily. He was asked what his best tip was to help you get to sleep if you are finding it difficult. What was his suggestion? Mm, and it sounds counterintuitive, uh, intuitive, but just me, I've got the case of data behind this statement. If you cannot sleep, get out of bed. So Rob, how does he suggest you have yourself to get to sleep? Well, actually, he says that the best thing to do is get out of bed. That sounds exactly the opposite of what you should do, doesn't it? Well, he does say that his advice is counterintuitive, which means exactly that. That's that it is the opposite of what you might expect. And he said that this advice is backed up by decades of research. A decade is period of 10 years, and when we say decades, it's general term of for many years, at least 20. Let's let's hear that advice again from Dr. Grander. And it sounds counterintuitive, but trust me, I've got the case of data behind this statement. If you cannot sleep, get out of bed. So, why is getting out of bed good advice? Here's the explanation from Dr. Grainer. When you're in bed, you are not asleep, and you do that over and over and over again for extended periods of time. The ability of the bed to put you to sleep starts getting diluted. Not only that, it starts getting replaced by thinking and tossing and turning and worrying and doing all things. When you're not asleep, get out of bed. This is probably one of the most effective ways to prevent chronic insomnia. It's also one of the really effective ways to treat it. It won't work uh, 100% of time, but it will actually work more than most people think. We normally sleep in beds. Beds are designed to make it easy to sleep, but if we can sleep, it makes the bed's impact weaker. As Dr. Gainer says, it dilutes the power of the bed to help us sleep. When you dilute something, you make it weaker. For example, you can dilute the strength of strong fruit juice by adding water to it. So, if we stay in bed, tossing and turning, which is the expression we use to describe moving around in the bed trying to get to sleep, we begin to think of the bed as play where we don't sleep rather than as a play where to sleep. So get out of the bed to break the connection. This he says is positive way to approach chronic insomnia. Insomnia. Mm, Chronic is an adjective that is used to describe conditions that are long lasting. So we are not talking where about um, occasionally not being able to get to sleep, but a condition where it happens every night. Let's hear Dr. Granger again. When you're in the bed and you're not asleep and you do that over and over and over again for extended periods of time, the ability of the bed to put you to sleep starts getting diluted. Not only that, it starts getting replaced by thinking and tossing and turning and worrying and doing all these things. When you're not asleep, get out of bed. This is probably one of the most effective ways to prevent chronic insomnia. It's also one of really effective ways to treat it. It could work 100% of the time, but it will actually work more than most people think. Time to review today's vocabulary. First, let's have the answer to the quiz questions. What is the record for the longest a human has gone without sleep? It is A, about 7 days, B, about 9 days, C, about 11 days, and what did you think, Rob? I thought it must be about 7 days. Well, I'm afraid you're not right. The answer, rather amazingly, is actually just over 11 days. Extra bonus points is points for everyone who knew that. That was done in 1962, 1964 by someone called Randall Grenner. That's extraordinary. It's difficult to imagine even going to a couple of days without sleep. But 11, I wonder how long he slept for after that. 14 hours and 40 minutes. You forgot all the answers, haven't you? Well, when I can sleep, I get up and read Cheever. And now it's time for the vocabulary. Today, our topic has been insomnia. This is the words of the condition of not being able to sleep, and something that people do when they are trying to sleep is toss and turn in the bed. The the opposite of what seems logical and obviously is counterintuitive. It goes against what you might expect. So if you can sleep with that get out of bed, our next word is diluted. It is from the verb of dilute, which means to make something less strong. And finally, there was a attractive chronic. Chronic. This is an expression for a medical condition that is long-lasting, and someone has uh, chronic insomnia regularly has difficulty getting enough sleep. It's not just something that happens now and again. Well, we hope that 6 minutes isn't a cure for insomnia, but I do think listening to podcasts and spoken radio helps me get to sleep. Well, before we all drop off to sleep from the comforting tone of your voice, Rob, it's time for us to say goodbye. That's it for this program. For more, find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube pages. And of course, our website bbclearningenglish.com, where you can find all kinds of other programs and videos and activities to help you improve your English. Thanks for joining us and goodbye. Bye.